Hey folks, welcome back to our 14th episode of Let's Play Stellar Sovereigns. I'm Aaron, and I think that we are starting to build up a little bit here. We've been trying to get some of our colonies moving. We dealt with a pirate raid over here on Koi 2. Dealt as in we ignored it while the pirates got away. We are looking to start building up some freighters to build in some more capacity here for our trade routes. So I'll start dropping those in. However, we are not really doing that great. So I think what we're going to do is this episode is we are going to have to make some fairly difficult decisions in how we are managing our empire. Unfortunately, we do have two races that are going to be enemies, and they are stronger than we are. So it will probably be a while before we can do that. We'll start clearing out the sectoids this episode, and probably some of the machine fleets as well. But I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to drop our tax rate considerably. And the reason we're going to do that is that should help our approval, which will help boost our population growth rather significantly. And the hope here is that in doing that, and you can see we're now like 1 million under per turn. So I'm going to go ahead and stop all of our research. And hopefully we'll be able to do this for a few turns to kind of build up more income. Or sorry, more population, which will then result in more income for us in the long run when we flip this back to a higher tax bracket so that we can not lose so much money. Really what's happened is our politics. We selected meritocracy government because it reduced the research accidents to 0 and it boosted our population growth rate pretty considerably. The problem is that the reduced civilian wages from where we were over here is really starting to hurt us. It's also a much higher scientific development cost. So that means it's slowing down our science. Unfortunately, we're pretty far off of getting back over here. And I think we're going to have to start thinking about how that will impact our friends. These two groups are starting to grow, so we may be able to hold out long enough to be able to get to a joint victory pact and then switch our government type. They're not going to like it, but I don't think they'll break the pact with us. So, with that said, I also need to look into the costs that we have for our different colonies and where are we actually costing ourselves the most so that we can potentially reduce that. So right here, I don't need to do that because we've got plenty of space there. I think Melonius is probably good. Virgo is costing us quite a lot. Okay, let's reduce our capacity to 0 there. We do need to maintain our housing construction because we are now, with the changes to our setup here, starting to burn through, let's see, a lot of, let's go up to 3,000. We're starting to really get close to our cap here, and we want to be careful because we don't want to start producing pioneers too quickly. So we will also need to maintain a little bit here on our agricultural development because we don't want to run out of cash. Okay. And with our trade routes, let's see how much I can get. That's interesting. My diplomatic relations seem to be going up when I increase tariffs. So let's take some foreign tariffs there. So that gets us pretty close to even. We can probably maintain this for a while. Let's see how we're doing. So we're getting 11,000 per turn. We should be pretty good here as well for a few turns at least. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else I can do to cut our growth a little bit, or our costs a little bit here. Unfortunately, I don't think so. So we're probably going to have to look into selling, let's see, some of our resources and see if that will gain us some stuff. It looks like we have now got 100% here, so let's go ahead and move our mining fleet onward. We'll send it over to Aphrodite once we've finished there. Let's see, our second mining fleet. Looks like this is a home planet, or a planet that one of our friends has, so we'll still be able, I think we'll be able to land there now. At least we'll be able to explore that and maybe do some research of some of the stuff there. Okay. Let's go ahead and get going. And I really do like it when a game forces me, like, because of the position that we've been in here with some very poor planet selection and kind of being a little bit behind in the curve. I really do like that we are able to have to make some of these decisions to really get ourselves in a better spot. Okay, it looks like they're sending a mining fleet. So I'm going to go ahead and send the fleets. Okay. Okay, third fleet. What is third fleet doing? All right, third fleet is headed here. We're lucky we'll be able to take out this mining fleet. That would be useful for us because it will slow them down and kind of cut some of the resources they might otherwise have access to. Okay, we have just about gotten to Crux, so I don't think there's going to be too much for us to do quite yet. We'll see how this goes once our cultural enterprises runs out, where we're going to be at. We're pretty heavy on the number of colonists, so I think now is probably a good time to see about making another colony arc. I think we can do that. Yeah. We're running low on titanium alloy. It'll be a while, I think, before we get to a place where we have a lot of that. So let's go ahead and get that colony arc up. We'll colonize one of the other planets in the Virgo system. So they are condemning. We're going to keep trying to stop that. Okay. And they are sending out one of their fleets, so let's go ahead and continue advancing. So the colony ship will help us to take these pioneers and resettle them to another planet, more planets. At this point, I think we need a fifth colony to kind of start to boost our overall population. It's going to take a while, I think, to get us to a point where we're really good with population. But at this point, we need to do what we can to boost that. I think we're going to go ahead on Virgo 3 and add the entertainment center. That'll give us a little bit of tax income, which we're now getting to the point that there's enough citizens here to make that a little bit worthwhile. And probably not enough yet to fully take the upkeep costs, but the approval rating boost will also help with the development of that planet. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can take Inferno Squadron when it reaches 2 fleets. Should be more than capable. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. So they are here trying to take this wreckage. Thankfully, mining fleets are pretty slow. So we really just need to get our shields up. Get our torpedoes in place. And go ahead and we've got a decent amount of time here. So let's boost these guys to get their shields up real quick. We don't want to give them any free shots if we don't have to. Okay. Let's go ahead and start shooting at the mining mothership. That's going to be the major one that we want to start taking out here. Good. We'll keep loading our missiles. Okay, select everybody. Let's go ahead and target them. We'll move up our frigates, get our missiles loaded again. Whoops. That's why nobody's doing anything. I forgot to tell everybody to turn their weapons on. So much easier when that happens. The hitbox for being able to select these little guys here seems a bit low. Okay, and that takes care of that fleet. You know, this actually might be worth sending our own mining fleet out here now to see about getting some of those resources. We'll go ahead and send the quarry fleet to the wreckage. Leave the first and second fleet there for a little bit. That'll help with the income of some of these resources we need. Okay, we're at 500. So we're starting now on Koi with this auto governor to build a little tiny bit to start increasing the housing that we need to keep ahead of the population growth. As far as, let's see, without that, we're getting 8,000. So it'll still be a while before we hit the full mark there. Okay, let's see here. Virgo will have that done in several turns. We're still keeping ahead of the population growth, which is good. Let's see. One of our friends are visiting. Let's see what the Defiance is doing here. Getting, no, nothing significant coming out of this one. But we are here, so let's go ahead and do some research on these. That might give us a cache that we can help. It's like the First League is wanting a research pact, which is good, but at the same time, maybe we can put a tiny amount in here. That doesn't hurt us too much worse than where we are now. Got a few more perks, so let's trait points. So let's see what we can put that into. Five points I don't know is enough. Just slightly off. Okay. Well, let's continue forward. We'll probably start selling some of the Durantium ore when we have a chance. We are, however, making a good amount of carbon laserite, which is pretty hard to come by, so. Oh, that's helpful. State fair. Slight research bonus from the debris. It's also helpful. The state fair here is going to be very useful because it's going to increase our approval, which is going improving our population growth, and it's also improving our tax and trade. So we should be getting a good bit more now from that, which I think will help overcome our deficit. Yeah, it basically added about 1 million extra to it, so we'll try to keep that going. I think that we're gonna have to upgrade that a little bit. So we've got, it looks like about 300,000 jobs. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop development in our industrial sector here and let that be. I also have been looking a little bit at these government types, and I'm tempted to try to get us over to a stratocracy, because the tax approval mitigation per military base is 0.25, and that should be very helpful for allowing us to increase our taxes, but not actually having to resort to other means to kind of, or that without impacting our population growth. So I think that will be where we're going to go. I also think that with the state fair, that's expensive, but it's worth it. I'll put another notch into that. Okay. Last Dominion. Let's go ahead and praise them for that. I think it's kind of cool to see how the different empires' influence ranges are stacking up here. Well, with trying to get the resources up here, it's probably going to reduce our ability to get... unfortunately, they're trying to steal it from us. That's kind of annoying. Okay, we have our colony arc constructed, so let's go ahead and colonize... well, do we want to do... Let's go ahead and colonize Rho. That's got a, I think, bit better. Yeah, that I think will be a bit better for us. Let's double check to make sure I'm not missing something. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and colonize Virgo too. I'm wondering if the nutritious crop here is actually impacting these sliders. Okay, we'll do that. I'm going to do... Let's do 5,000 of that. Let's do 2,000 of that and send them on their way. Okay, so we do still have a machine fleet sitting there. We have an Empire point gain, which gives us skilled architects. That knocks our... that gives us a bit more income coming in now. It kind of reduces our overall costs for our colony upkeep. Since we already started in Virgo, we can immediately see that we are able to colonize without moving. That's good. We are at a deficit for our food. That's really not too big of a problem right now. At this point, it's getting 4.7. Let's see. Whereas we're getting 8.7 here. So Virgo is sustainable, and they've got a good population cap, so we may just go ahead and temporarily pull some stuff in from Virgo 3. So I'm going to bring in about 2,000 food from Virgo 3. Let's see where we are. Okay. Oh, this is another one where we had a large R&D sector. This has a minor bonus to R&D, so it's probably worth it. No trade goods or special resources here, though. Okay, let's see. We have plenty of jobs. Let's go ahead. Do 5,000 or 500 house. Let's do 1,000 housing. Since we have all these jobs here, I'm going to go ahead and say, let's do, let's see, 100. So that should be about 500 food. 200 should be about 1,000 food. We can bring in, we're getting 68, so let's bring in 4,800 colonists. Since we have plenty of pioneers. We now have a housing shortage. It means I did not think that through very well. Not a big deal. That will improve the next turn. And I'm going to go ahead and up this to 4,000 units. Or actually, no, let's do 2,000 food units. And... let's do 500 of wine, 500 fruit, and 500 nuts. These are important because bringing these in will improve our approval because we have resource coverage now from these. So the 500 we're bringing in is 10% coverage, which is giving us a significant boost to our approval. That will help our population grow as well. So let's see, make sure we're in good shape. Okay. We're very slowly getting this. So we're only getting 0.5 per turn. I'm still wary of putting too much into that. Okay. I think that puts us in a pretty good spot. Let's see. Quarry Flotilla will be there next turn. Our other mining flotilla should be done next turn with the second little survey there. We're pretty far down this direction now. So what I think we're going to want to do is start putting more points into Federalist traits, which is actually advantageous to us because one of the best Federalist traits is the Expert Logisticians, and that will reduce our space costs, which again will help us to be a little bit more capable as we move forward. It's also good because we can start doing higher education, which will pull in more of our or help us with our total research bonuses. Okay, I think we're doing good, so let's go ahead and continue on. Probably check next turn my home world just to make sure that we haven't started getting to the point that we're getting over where we need. So we're still 11th. We're catching up, but we're still doing pretty good here, I think. Oh, goodness. It's like we're going to have to change our politics because we've now moved out of the range of that. So it really isn't going to affect us too much to shift over here, but I think we'll just go back. Let's see, how many turns is it going to take? 6 turns. Yeah, we'll continue. We'll switch our politics to communism, so we don't have the issue with our government. That won't impact our income or anything else that we're doing. It just means that if we were researching, we'd have more problems. Okay, so we got 50% on cutting beam. Cutting beam is the second level tier of our particle beams. It's a pretty good weapon. It really doesn't do much with the shields, but it lasts for 3 seconds and does a lot of hull damage. And we can get some pretty we get some nice things with this armor piercing ability and the ability to like really increase the hull damage. So that might be worth looking into. Let's go ahead and move our fleet on to checking out the planet, since that can also give us some tech, which would be helpful. We've been praised by... Oh, that's very helpful. I will definitely respond. I will agree to their research pact. So now we're into the research pact phase, and we're getting up here to this joint victory with these two. Thankfully, they haven't really worked hard to push us too far away, or too far towards war. So, okay. Our quarry fleet has arrived. Everybody's at the wreckage currently. Hopefully that means we'll be able to start getting some more resources up here to build up and get some more freighters going to kind of increase our income a bit. Okay, so let's see how we're doing on Virgo 2. we're starting to fill things up. We've got 6,000. We're getting 151 a turn. So food is starting to build up. We still have a lot of pioneers, so let's see if I can dump most of them over here. Okay. So I did push a little too far over. We'll need to add a bit more boost here so that we're able to handle that. And I'll add another 100 jobs. I think we can stand to boost our research just a touch, because we are getting 55% now from our research treaties. So 55, that's 75% boost, which means the little tiny amount we're putting in is almost the same amount as we'd be getting if we doubled what we had in there, which is nice. Okay. That's all coming good. They'll get a colonial goal at, it looks like, 2 turns, which will also boost our growth rate considerably, and I need to watch that so that we can really ensure that we're able to employ all of those. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I'll go ahead and advance, and this is where we're going to go ahead and end this episode. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.